Hello everybody, I'm Purple Elephant Gaming here, and today we are playing some more Outro. So today we are going to be taking a look at Infinite Adventures. Ba-ba-dum. A true test of courage and your spirit. Challenge infinite monsters now. That sounds pretty cool. So seasonal awards, this is interesting. At the end of the season, awards will be sent based on your level. Awards will be sent once a new season begins. So this is basically monthly. This is pretty cool. So it's based on the level you reach. That's cool. So it's not like online competitive. So I have no clue. Maybe this will just be another like basic infinite level thing. Or it could be something interesting. I have no idea. Temporary projectile damage reduction when there's more enemies. That's a negative, right? I think that's a bad thing. Temporary attack increase when there's more enemies. Let's accept that. Because, well, it's better than me losing damage when there are more enemies. That's a very interesting magic. Though I guess magics aren't necessarily upgrades. They're just things that happen. Weird characteristics that you now have. So I guess that's the point. That's probably why they have like little ADV in brackets. Advantage. Have to specify that for people. They're like, this will not make your gameplay worse. This will not make your character weaker. This is a good thing. So, you know, that's nice. But yeah, so far, basically seems like it's going to be an infinite levels thing. Except this one has a seasonal award, which I think is way cooler. Because, well, it gives much more encouragement. Otherwise, you were really just doing it for the sake of, like, showing off and stuff. It was still fun, but it wasn't... There wasn't really good rewards, but now, like, 4 obsidian keys, epic equipment, that stuff, that's pretty high-end rewards, so it's actually become a lot more advantageous to do this. Of course, that's if you're making it to stage 400, which, let's just say not too many people were. My record, I think, was 100, maybe 120 I might have gotten to, but I have no clue. This could be easier, this could be the same difficulty, this could be harder. I really don't know, so we're going to have to wait and see. My goal would, let's say my goal for now will just be to get to stage 100, since I think that's probably doable if it's around similar difficulty to the previous Infinite Levels one, the Hero Adventure, so stage 100 seems like a pretty reasonable goal. But yeah, that's nice. Okay, so Ultra Boss, nothing too special yet. I do like the design of this area. I really like how it's just... It feels like a dungeon, if that makes sense. Like with the candles. It does change, of course. Like all of the dungeon areas, they're not the same. But this one changes color. It doesn't change like the look of the arena, which I think is a positive. I mean, it's not necessarily a positive, but in my opinion, it's definitely a bonus. I don't know. In case you couldn't guess, my favorite color is indeed purple, judging that my channel is called Purple Elephant Gaming. You probably assume such, and you'd be right. So you know what, purple's an awesome color. I don't care if you don't like purple, purple's good. It's a nice color. But yeah, so I'll always be a big fan of making the arena purple. Okay, that makes sense. I really do wish that maybe like... I wish there were like gem milestones, because right now this is improvement with it being worth doing this with the seasonal awards. But I feel like maybe encouragement on daily play as opposed to doing it and your best attempt once a month might make more sense, but I don't know. I'm not the developers, I don't really have access to like their ratings and research and all that. I'm sure they have reasons for what they do. Or they just decided and were like, hey, let's try this out. But, you know what? It's still pretty nice. I do think, at the very least, doing one of the infinite stages, or in this case, what was it called? Infinite monsters, something, dungeons, something like that, whatever it's called. I think at the very least, I haven't checked, I'm not actually sure. But at the very least, it should be like another point reward for your daily quests. I guess it counts because it counts as one of the events, which is a daily quest, but I kind of feel like it should be its own thing. This is a dangerous monster. This boss is usually very difficult to kill, I'll be honest here. I usually have quite a hard time with him, at least when he's at higher levels. So But that's not great to know. Because I think there is like a boss, like, checklist or order. So I don't think they just do like random bosses. I think, because I don't think they have access to all of the bosses in the game. I'm not sure if they only have access to bosses you've completed, like they've been in a dungeon before. It's very hard to tell, to be honest. It doesn't seem like it, but I have no idea because, oh, sorry, that didn't make sense. It doesn't seem like they're changing the difficulty based on like what stage of the game you're at, but they might be. It's honestly really hard to tell sometimes. So yeah, that's always interesting. One thing, I'm not sure if this is true, but I think this is true, is that I don't think you can get one of the, or any of the, I forget what they're called. I want to call them like the plus upgrades. You know, the ones where it's like, if you clear this room without taking any damage, your attack is increased. If you clear this room without taking any damage, your attack speed is increased. If you clear this room without taking any damage, your HP, or your max HP is increased. Those rooms, or those upgrades rather, I'm pretty sure you can't get them in these, or in the infinite levels, which makes sense, because if you could, they would be ridiculously overpowered, and if you didn't get them, it would be a massive disadvantage to your playthrough. So I guess it's fair, but it just seems a little odd that they're restricting upgrades. Or if they were to restrict upgrades, which of course they have, so, you know, I feel like it would make more sense if they maybe told you that they were restricting them. I think that would be cool. Like for all dungeons, not just your basic ones. If you could see, because you know how sometimes when you beat a new stage or chapter, you unlock new upgrades. Sometimes the upgrades you already used before in different challenges and things. But for the main chapters, you unlock new upgrades. Was there 2 or 3 bosses this time? It seems like there might have been 3. I do wish they told you what upgrades were available. But you know what? Maybe that's too much to ask from them. Maybe in a future update that would be cool. But yeah. I do like the infinite dungeons because they're just nice ones to do like mindless things. If I ever have to do like a montage, that's a big brightness change. Instead with the falling magic headshot. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's definitely not what I was expecting, to go from the pitch black, or not black, but like dark colored room to colorful bluish green deserts. Nice, wonderful skies. It just feels like I should talk like this in a calm voice. But I have no idea. I don't know. But yeah, that would be cool. But anyways, what I was saying is, if I ever do like a montage or something like that, maybe like a, no, I don't know. If I ever want to do a video just like talking about something, maybe something important to do with the channel, who knows? Or even a subscriber special or whatever, I could see myself just using this kind of thing as background gameplay. Because like, it's nice if you're talking about something and that's like what the entire video is about. Of course, I haven't done any of those yet, but that was a little odd. A lot of YouTubers do, and I'm sure one day I will. This just seems like the perfect thing to do as like background. Or if like, I don't know, this seems like a nice relaxed game mode to play, which is pretty cool. To have just something to do in the background. Kind of just like, I don't know, your basic just, hey, I'm bored. The game gives some random challenge for you to do. Just filling in the gap when you don't really have any ideas, but you just feel like playing a game or playing something, doing something. 2 of these guys. These guys I hate when they do multiple of them, because the bat bosses, they're pretty easy to be honest, but I definitely don't like them, especially not on multiple of them, because I get very distracted by each individual attack, and I end up focusing on one of them or at a time, and then I get hit by the other one. So that's why I don't like these. But yeah, I completely forgot what I was talking about, so if it was important, I'm sure I'll let you know in my editing, but let's move on to something else instead. You have a good day today. I forgot to mention that. I really should mention that more, because I do care if you have a good day. It's nice when you have a good day. I know I always enjoy, you know, having good days, having fun, doing something fun. Went for a long walk today, which is nice. Walks are good. I think I mentioned that before. But yeah. Nothing too special today, like most days, which, you know what? That's fine. You don't need to do some special important things to have a good day. And that's okay. But do let me know how your day was. Leave a comment just saying, hey, my day was good, my day was bad. I know, like, don't be afraid to say my day wasn't so great, because you know what? Sometimes your day isn't so great. I know often they're like, you don't always want to say when people, well, not that you don't always want to say, but that people don't always want to hear when they ask you that question if your day was bad. But you know what? You can let me know if your day was bad. I don't know, it's just a random tangent, I guess. As we continue on to chapter 48, we've made some progress pretty quickly so far. No trouble so far. One interesting thing I don't want to check, but I'll have to check eventually, or find out eventually at least, is because in the first Infinite Stage 1, you had multiple lives. You got the option to switch into different heroes, and I thought that was really cool. But I'm curious if they decided to do it again for this one, or if they removed that feature, and if so, how many lives you have. Did they lower the number, increase the number, or change the number at all? I have no idea. Do we have lifesteal? We don't. Okay, that's probably one we need to get soon. Means bestowed with the following magic. High. Note, like, what is that meant to mean? High. Reduce damage dealt by boss. I guess it's meant to say, like greatly reduces damage dealt by boss. You could just say greatly reduces. That would make more sense. Be simpler, but whatever. Reduces damage from bosses. That's good. I mean, it's not always where you die, but often you die from a boss. Or in other ways. Bosses, this is a little odd, but for me, a lot of the time when I'm fighting bosses, I actually end up being, especially, it depends, of course. Some bosses are harder than others. But if it's not too hard of a boss, I actually try to take advantage of it as an opportunity to regain health. Which, you know, isn't something most people think of when they're talking about a boss fight. You don't exactly expect to be healing from one, but you know what? Sometimes you do. And I find that happens a lot more in this game, which is, I don't know. I guess it means some bosses are easy, or it just means the enemies are really tough. No idea. I do like how the bosses are based on them. White Spider. I don't know, is that a new type of enemy? I kind of feel bad killing it so quickly. I didn't really get to see what it does. Hopefully we'll see more of those, because I don't think I've seen any white spiders before, like on my other things or areas in this game. So I'm curious if that's just like a weird random enemy reskin, which is very possible, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be that surprised if there was an enemy reskin. They do that quite a bit for the different, or not quite a bit, but they do that. I think they've done it in this game before, but at the very least in a lot of other games they do things like that. I mean, most enemies in this game, they're at least changed a few reskin. Like this one's red, but it has a different enemy design. I remember I hated this boss. This was the last one of, there was always 2 of these as the last stage for the boss exclusive adventure, and I sucked at it. It was so annoying, because it's so much easier after beat the first one, but this boss in general I just wasn't very good at, and 2 of them just makes it so much more complicated. I don't know. Oh, so this is just a random thing. I've heard other YouTubers say this before, but I'm finding it, or noticing it more now. Just how much easier it is to do a boss fight, and how much focused you are when you're just mindlessly talking about something. I found that true with a lot of games. Like, it sounds odd, but you end up paying more attention, and you end up being more focused if you're constantly talking about usually what's going on, but just talking in general can help you stay focused on a game. So, you know, quick advice for me. If you're ever playing a game and you find you're not focused, just talk to your head. I don't know. Talk to your head about it. I wanted to say something. I don't know. I have no idea what I wanted to say. I wanted to say something that made some sense or took advantage of that statement. But you know what? No. It's too odd. Don't talk to yourself just for the sake of paying more attention. That doesn't make much sense. Talking to yourself isn't a bad thing, though. It's often very good to keep track of lists, like you can recite everything on the list over and over again. Or if you just want to keep track of, want to remember something really badly, it's a good idea to focus on it. You can keep yourself from forgetting it. That's, you know, it's not a bad thing to talk to yourself. It can be very helpful depending on what you're doing. It was a very crowded room. Red projectiles, rocks, other things. But yeah, that's one of the benefits of talking to yourself. Or thinking about it. Like, you don't actually have to talk it out loud. Say it out loud. You can just, like, think about it, I guess. Think it in your head. Think to yourself. I guess you're always thinking to yourself. You can't think to someone else, so whenever you're thinking, you're just thinking to yourself. That's an expression, right? Thinking, or think to yourself. That's like a combo of words that's used sometimes to make meanings, or to have meaning. I hope it is, because otherwise that probably... No. I know for a fact that sounded stupid, but otherwise it sounds even more stupid. But if you use that, if you say that daily... Am I using it right? I have no idea. Please tell me. 69. Stage 69. You know, it's... I don't know. Stage 69. That's all I have to say. Continue on. Lots of wizards, lots of fireballs, lots of skeletons. Which it took me a while, by the way. At first, I thought they were actual, like, Robin Hoods. The green ones, like the archers. And I remember being kind of, like, freaked out when I first noticed they were 100% skeletons. And then I realized they were always skeletons, and I was just being... Was there 2 dragons then? I'm pretty sure there were 2 dragons then, otherwise I just no clue what I was saying, or seeing. Extra life! I appreciate that. Basically, I got 2 max life increases, and I traded them for an extra life. You've been bestowed with the following reduced damage dealt by mobs. I thought that said reduced damage to mobs. That would not be so good, but dealt by mobs, that's not that bad. So I have a lot of ones that just, they're all shield. They keep me from taking damage, which is good, because if there's one thing I'm not good at, it's dodging with, like, I don't know why, but people call them bullet hell sometimes, like a bullet hell boss fight, when there's just hundreds and thousands of projectiles and different kind of attacks and stuff all happening in unison. I'm not very good at that. As I said, with the 2 simple bat enemies, I get distracted, focusing on one and not the other. So, you know, if there's tons of different and special and unique projectiles, it becomes much harder. Because I don't know why. Maybe this is completely normal, but I tend to focus on, like, quickly, of course, because otherwise it won't work at all, but focus on each individual projectile or attack from enemies mostly. Oh, yeah, from enemies. So sometimes that can make it difficult when there are tons of projectiles, which I guess that's the whole point. They're meant to get you, like, distracted, because once you mess up when there's tons of stuff, you mess up badly. Like, there's no tiny mistake when you mess up at a bullet hell or just swarms of enemies. You're likely dead, which is a little disappointing. I play Terraria. I've mentioned that before. I like Terraria. It's a fun game. I tried to get into modding, but I basically started playing the modded Terraria, or not playing that, playing modded Terraria, and then 1.4 came out. I don't know. So yeah, then as you can see, I play mostly mobile games on the channel. That's not just because I like recording them. I play mostly mobile games, but Terraria is definitely one of my favorites. I actually did play it first on mobile, and then I realized that they secretly don't care about mobile because they took 6 years to update it to 1.3. Don't worry, I replayed through mobile Terraria when 1.3 came out, of course. Oh, right, this is an annoying boss fight. The one that shoots the projectiles that also shoot lasers. I don't like that one very much. I'm about to die. My dog's barking in the background. That's not helping me concentrate. That was tight. That was an annoying boss. That, like, lightning dragon, I fought him before. I really hate him. That was not fun. But yeah, anyways, I do play Terraria, and the new Empress of Light boss fight for 1.4. She's considered a bullet hell by most, which makes sense because I'm not very good at that game, Terraria. Let me know if you wanted to see me play it, but I'm really not that good, so don't expect high quality gameplay. But I beat the game. I was able to beat it on normal mode because expert mode was difficult. Mode's really hard, which proves more on the fact that I'm not very good at the game. But yeah, Empress of Light, I had to do it post Moonlord. I mean, most people do it at post Golem, but like, I did it post Moonlord, and I still struggled quite a bit because I just could not deal with all the attacks. Because they still did so much damage. That's one of my issues with the game, specifically, it's just each attack does so much damage in Terraria, you're not really allowed to make too many mistakes. Which I guess is good, except it gets annoying. That's why I kind of like when... This is mostly a thing in modded Terraria, it doesn't really... Does it exist at all? Is there any bosses like this? No. So yeah, this is what I like about modded Terraria. I've watched modded Terraria. I haven't actually made it to this point of the game in modded, but when they add in boss spawns that can be used multiple times. This is a big... And there's our revive gone. Oh well. One stage 87, close enough. We'll make it to 100, probably. Hopefully. And then we'll actually, if we die next time, we'll get to see what's actually happening. If we have bonus lives, or if we just lose. Hopefully we don't just lose, but I guess it's hard to find out. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Got sidetracked there. Forgetting something. I know Terraria, right? Terraria, Empress of Light. Right. They added in her instant one-shot attack. And the good thing about mods is that they have boss spawns that can be used multiple times. That's what I was talking about. Good job, Brain. You remembered. I'm gonna die. I have 94 health. Come to think about it, this game, you don't get too many chances to mess up either. My game froze. Okay, you do get continued revivals. That's good. Because, yeah, my game froze there, and I was not continuing that good. So we should hopefully make it to around 100. If we don't, that would be very disappointing. But, yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe my finger was in the wrong position, but my game did not move. It did not want to move my screen, which happens sometimes. More so with this game than other games, and I don't know why. Well, okay, that's great. Attacked us then. He two-shots us, doesn't he? He two-shots us. That's always a good thing. Keep in mind, this is only the round 90 boss. Not only do we have to make it to round 100, but we have to do another boss then. And I only get one more hero after this, so not in the best position. If I can't make it to the boss before I die again, I lose. Just saying that right now. I lose, absolutely, if I can't make it to the next boss. Hopefully I'll make it to the next boss then, now saying that. Come on, Dodge Master, Dodge Master, Dodge Master, heal. You know what? I was pretty low health. I'll take the heal. I'll take the pity heal. Wizard, right? I forgot this. Increased attack speed within 3 seconds after killing enemy. That's pretty good. 3 seconds of increased attack speed. That's pretty important. That's helpful. Because you kill enemies quite a bit, and if each enemy you kill increases your attack speed for 3 seconds, that can stack to a pretty insane degree. Like it just did then. That's actually super good for a lot of stuff like that. I still don't have lifesteal. That's a good one to help me well, not die. Lifesteal, which I still don't have. It's an important one that I wish I had, but I still don't. You know, when you get health back when you kill an enemy. Okay, white spiders, what do you do? I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. You do nothing, you're just a plain regular spider with a reskin. So I guess I was right then, what do you know? Unless they froze me. Did they freeze me? I don't know. I know they did tons of damage and I didn't do very well. Man, I really hope I can make it to round 100. If I can't, I'm gonna be so sad. That would be really disappointing, truthfully, if I lost on like stage 99 or 98. That would be really disappointing. Like in BT6 recently, I did like a I was trying to make my own little chimp strategy, and I came up with a pretty fun bomblets one. Basically, just like Quincy into Bio Boomer into Recursive Cluster with a primary training. And you can... I only have one more rival, don't I? I'm gonna take Shari, I think, because she's higher level. I'm gonna be disappointed if I lose this, but yeah. I did my bomblet strategy, and I don't know about if you knew this, but Sky Shredder, I bought Sky Shredder in the later rounds. Did it not used to have innate camo and lead detection? Or camo detection and lead pop power? Because I'm pretty sure it used to, and turns out it doesn't anymore. Don't know what happened then, but it doesn't anymore, and I lost because of it. I lost my black border, and then I lost on 99 because, I don't know, bad luck. Something went wrong and it made me lose on 99. I think I had a bad combo of equipment. Actually, I know what happened. I was stupid with my money because I'm like, I don't know, I was mad that I lost the black border, and then I was stupid with my money, and then I lost. Which is a fitting end. One thing that also sucks, we didn't get smelt this time. Ooh, boss! So we still have our chance at winning this. We can't lose. If we lose, we don't have an extra life. Please don't die. What boss is it? Please be an easy boss, easy boss. It's not a hard... Oh, wait. Is it a... I thought it wasn't a hard boss, but now each projectile splits into another projectile, which splits into another projectile, which splits into 3 projectiles. 99, really? This happened last time, too, and I hated it. Seasonal rewards, that put us at 80. Current rewards, obsidian key. Our current rewards aren't bad, but, you know, we are 1 level off of increasing our obsidian key count and our gem count and everything count. That, come on, really? Not even level 100? So close. Well, maybe we'll try again later, but you know what? That's not bad for a first attempt. It's definitely not bad for a first attempt. Do you all want to see me die quickly to evil dungeons? I'm gonna do my outro. Oh, I'm out of energy. Right, because that took 15. Never mind. I'm just gonna say bye then. Well, thank you all for watching. That was a little bit of an unfortunate end, dying on stage 99. Again. But yeah, could have been worse, so yeah. Thank you all for watching. Please consider liking the video if you enjoyed, which you probably do, because, well, you're at the end of it, so you stayed. That's a pretty good sign warning that you should like the video. Also consider subscribing to join the Purple Elephant Squad. We have fun, we make random videos, and, you know, it's nice, it makes my day, it makes me happy, so please consider doing it. You can leave a comment on game suggestions, video suggestions, tips, tricks. You want my advice on a game, or if you're struggling with a part of a game or something like that, let me know. I'd be happy to help. And if you want to say hi, I really appreciate that too. So yeah, you're probably tired of me hearing me say the same intro for a while. So yeah, or outro, not intro. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.